the US Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, in a phone call, thanked President William Ruto of Kenya for publicly condemning Iranian strikes on its neighbors, that is the GCC states, and of course Israel. Considering that the US and Kenya are great friends and allies in war against terror. And this raised great concern among the citizens of Kenya, for they had previously asked the Iranian ambassador, Mr. Ali Golampur, whether Kenya would be a target of the wrath of Iran, considering we have a US military base in the coastal city of Lamu. And the ambassador had assured Kenyans that for now we are safe, considering Kenyans are not engaged in any acts of aggression against Iran.
No, our missiles will not reach to the Kenyan territory. This is good news because, our government has deliberately, in order to show its intention of peaceful intention to the world, that this missiles capacity is only for defensive purposes. They have intentionally limited the range of missiles to maximum 2,000 kilometers, only for defensive purposes. And no, we absolutely, I don't think that we will, because the great people and the government of Kenya, we have had long historical friendly amicable relations, and we do our best to preserve that relation. And I do not believe that the Kenya will provide such a facility to attack Iran from its land. This is something that I assume it will not happen, absolutely.
On the battlefront, we have seen that the US claims that it is negotiating for a ceasefire with an Iranian higher power, probably the Speaker of the Iranian parliament, since they claim they have obliterated the Iranian leadership. In the same breath, the Iranian Minister for Foreign Affairs has insisted that there is no ongoing negotiations with the US. And it is this point we have seen the US Press Secretary Kalorevit saying that the Iranians have one last chance to surrender, for they have lost the war, or trouble or a very hot war will be coming their way. And at the same time, we feel like the US is buying time to ensure that their troops land in Iranian territories or near the Iranian territories. We have seen the 82 Airborne Battalion paratroopers on their way to Iran. And considering these troops are trained to engage in such amphibian fights and take over islands, we know they are headed to the Karg Island of Iran, which seems to be the last battlefront between the US and Iran. And on the part of the Iranian, they have said they are waiting for the US troops. We hear they are rigging the island with mines, improving the air defenses, and of course, laying siege for any interference from the US. And even the regional countries like UAE and Oman have been warned if they host the US troops in their regions, they will be pummeled heavily by Iranian missiles. Well, as things goes by, there seems to be no end to this war, as every side wants a win, especially the US, who are the main perpetrators of this heinous war. That is all. Kindly like and subscribe this channel.